Everyone, no party lasts forever. We haven't finished discussing today's matters, but that's okay. We can continue tomorrow. Time flies, and soon it was evening. One by one, people began to leave, leaving only Chen Yuan and Song Zhongkai drinking together. However, Dupe Xiao Yu had already become deeply ingrained in Song Zhongkai's life. This sudden farewell made him feel a deep sense of loss. Chen Yuan, I don't know how to thank you, but this is my only opportunity to turn the situation around. I must seize it at all costs. If I can truly achieve something with money, Xiao Yu will definitely come back to me. She was right. No girl loves a useless person. Not just Dupe Xiao Yu, but even Liu Ga or any other girl would feel the same way. Hearing this, Chen Yuan also encouraged Song Zhongkai with a few words. All right, everyone is gone now. There's no need to talk about these things anymore. I need to remind you of this. On the surface, these rich kids seem harmonious, but in reality, our relationships are very complex, hidden rivalries and factions. Choosing any of them as a manager will undoubtedly lead to a lot of dissatisfaction. But you are different. You have a neutral stance, handle everything fairly, and most importantly, you are mine. You being the CEO of Jiangbakam Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group is the best choice. Once you become the CEO, all responsibilities will fall on you. This position is not an easy one. You have to balance relationships or you will easily face criticism. In this world, if you want to achieve something, you must be prepared to pay the price. Nothing good comes to you without a cost. Zhongkai, the road ahead of us is still long. After the dinner party that night, early the next morning, Yu Ayan and the group of rich kids set up their temporary corporate headquarters by the International Riverside. Then, Jiangbakam Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group leveraged its connections to seek out people infected with the G virus while using a large sum of money to entice them to participate in clinical trials. The results were astonishing. The efficacy of the drug exceeded all expectations. Patients with severe symptoms and fever returned to normal in just half a day. The PCR test results also came back negative. Even more astonishing was that there were no side effects at all. In front of this result, the hearts of the rich kids beat strongly, feeling as if they had found a mountain of gold. Their eyes widened in the gaze of each person, glowing and full of excitement. We succeeded. The fever has broken. The medicine has taken effect. This time, we will strike it rich. But this deal is only short-term. It cannot last forever to make money. Therefore, it is important to act quickly and decisively. That's right, you want to catch fish, you must seize the opportunity quickly. Before others can react, we will have our pockets full. So the rich kids began to showcase their talents and plan together. Song Zhongkai also contributed and added, the trial medication has succeeded. We must quickly register a patent for this drug. We need to capture the market before others can react. I think we could divide it into 3 steps. Immediate increase in production and stockpiling of goods. Creating public opinion, making news about this specific drug a sensation. When the time is ripe, launch the product to the market and find distributors for consumption. Although Song Zhongkai is love-stricken, he proves to be extremely sharp and professional in business. In less than 3 days, the Jiangbakam Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group was officially established. They quickly completed the company registration procedures, starting to acquire pharmaceutical factories and exclusively produce a specific drug. Their working efficiency was so fast it was hard to believe, but this was not surprising given their extensive connections and network. Most importantly, everything happened quietly with no leaks of information to the outside. This specific drug was named H666. On the first day, several hospitals decided to purchase a trial batch of H666, and the results were miraculous. Just after the second day of use, patients infected with the G virus were completely cured. Immediately, the news exploded everywhere. Weibo and TikTok reported on H666 simultaneously, making it the hottest topic. Even top medical experts in the country acknowledged the effectiveness of H666. Even the oldest survivor after recovery was sworn by reporters for an interview. Mr. Liu, who is now 114 years old, may I ask if you have any secrets for living a long life? Mr. Liu replied, the secret? Of course. Every day I drink a liter of white liquor, smoke 2 packs of cigarettes, and have a married life too. 3 nights a week, that's how it is. Haha, Mr. Liu really knows how to joke. I heard that he recently contracted the G virus but recovered very quickly, thanks to this secret, right? No, I recovered thanks to the special medicine my son brought back. I think it's called H666. Hearing this, the reporter still had doubts. The special medicine H666? Ha! And then everything began to spiral out of control. Almost the entire inventory of Jiangbakam Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group had been wiped clean. Holy shit, these people are truly deceitful. They devour people and leave no bones. At this price, why not just go rob it, my friend? This price is still cheap, As far as I know, some domestic traders have transported it abroad. The selling price there has reached $1,500 a box. $1,500? Then the price here is still relatively reasonable. As soon as the news about the specific medication spread, major news stations rushed to conduct interviews and broadcast live. Hello, dear viewers. Recently, a specialized drug named H666 has appeared on the market. This drug has miraculously cured the G virus and has no side effects. Currently, this drug is in high demand and the supply is insufficient to meet the needs. Hey kid, did you buy this medicine for your family? You're such a good kid. Oh, you bought it to resell. This medicine is now priced at hundreds of dollars per box on the black market. This month, your dad hasn't earned as much as you. To my foreign friend, I heard this specialized medication is very expensive. How did you manage to buy so many? I am a purchasing agent. Even though the medicine is expensive, I sell it 10 times the price to foreigners. They are competing to buy it. By the way, I am from China and my skin is darker because I have been standing in line to buy that medicine for the past few days. In less than half a month, the news about H666 has caused the whole world to go crazy. Other countries have rushed in, placing orders that came in as thick as falling snow. As a result, in just one day, Jiangbogong Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group received orders worth $10 billion. As soon as they received these orders, the shareholders of Jiangbogong Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group immediately celebrated. Everyone was so excited as if they had saved the world. Congratulations! Our daily revenue has exceeded $10 billion. It's unbelievable. That's right, this is just the beginning. Tomorrow there will definitely be even more. The production cost is only a few cents, but the wholesale price reaches thousands for a box. Making money is even easier than robbing a bank. Lim Yum Wong is truly extraordinary. Just by following Lim Yum Wong, even drinking some leftover soup can earn us more than a decade of struggle for our family. Time flew by, and before they knew it, it was already October. This afternoon, the bright golden sunlight shone from the west, creating a warm and pleasant feeling. Duke Xiao Yu was enjoying afternoon tea with a few close friends at a 5-star hotel. Her life was so comfortable, and she could not imagine letting someone like Song Joong-ki lower her quality of life. Clearly, the decision to break up with Song Joong-ki was entirely correct. Oh, Xiao Yu, did you get a new bag? Did a rich new friend give it to you? It's really beautiful. Isn't it the latest model of handmade? Duke Xiao Yu replied with a proud expression. That's right, my boyfriend bought it for me yesterday. Another friend looked at her bag with suspicion. Wait a minute. Upon closer inspection, it doesn't seem to be real. Although it looks very similar, handmade limited editions usually have anti-counterfeiting tags. It might only be worth a few dollars. Xiao Yu, don't tell me you're wearing a fake one. Duke Xiao Yu immediately retorted, no way, I bought this bag at the official store and I have the receipt too. That friend again reminded her, oh, Kalan, receipts can be faked, but are you sure this is genuine? Why don't you scan it with your phone to check? At that moment, Duke Xiao Yu realized she had been deceived. As the bitter truth gradually became clear before her eyes, she felt as if the whole world was collapsing beneath her feet. Duke Xiao Yu's face turned pale, her eyes wide open in horror and shock. Her heart raced in her chest, but not from love or happiness as she once felt, but from an overwhelming sense of bitterness and total embarrassment. Duke Xiao Yu began to feel excessively embarrassed, leading to anger, and immediately retorted loudly, no way, I will scan it with my phone. I will know right away if it's real or fake. The more she spoke, the more Duke Xiao Yu's voice conveyed a challenge, as if this would prove that she wasn't the fool everyone thought she was. But unfortunately for her, no limited edition appeared after scanning, only fake items. Seeing this situation, several other friends joyfully laughed at her misfortune and mocked her continuously. Xiao Yu, is your handmade limited edition only worth a few dollars? I can't believe it. The Duke Xiao Yu I know is wearing fake stuff. Watching her friends giggle while speaking, Duke Xiao Yu felt like she was being pushed off a cliff. Her face darkened as she took out her phone and dialed a number, angrily cursing. Damn, no way. I will call that guy right now. I clearly researched him, and he is genuinely from a wealthy family. Not the type to rent a supercar to pick up girls. But who would have guessed that with this fake handmade bag, he easily lured me into the hotel. And I was once deeply moved thinking I had received a gift worth thousands of dollars. Duke Xiao Yu waited anxiously. Almost a minute later, the other end finally answered the call. Hello, my dear Xiao Yu. Have you missed me already after such a short time apart? Duke Xiao Yu tried to suppress her anger and pressed him. What nonsense are you talking about? Wasn't yesterday enough? I'm asking you if the handmade bag you bought for me is a fake. Jinru Ji seemed uninterested and casually admitted. Oh, you found me out? That's right. It's a fake. Hearing Jinru Ji admit this without any shame, A fierce anger erupted within Duke Xiao Yu like a fire burning through every cell in her body. Then Duke Xiao Yu shouted with a voice full of indignation and resentment, "You scammer, you jerk!" Jinru Ji was not one to back down easily. He immediately retorted, "Duke Xiao Yu, don't get carried away. That fake bag cost me a couple of $12, and you're only worth that much. What do you think you are, so valuable? Sleeping with you for one night and demanding tens of thousands of dollars, are you crazy? Do you think you're pure gold? Don't think I don't know what you want. Both benefit from this. At first, I thought you were something new, but it turns out you're just old stock. I've fed you, taken you out, and entertained you for long enough. Get lost and don't bother me again." Jinru Ji talked for a while and then hung up, leaving Duke Xiao Yu sitting there in shock. At that moment, she realized she had been ruthlessly discarded by this heartless guy, and on top of that, she was dumped after being used. This was truly hard to accept, causing Duke Xiao Yu to only cry bitterly, covering her face. Woo, they are all con artists. Woo. Her best friend saw her in tears, immediately handed her a tissue and said with a worried and caring tone, "Oh, Xiao Yu, don't cry anymore. There are so many bad men out there. You must have just encountered a loser." Another friend also chimed in with concern. "I've looked into that guy named Jinru Ji. Although his family has some money and he's quite handsome, he is extremely flirtatious and heartless, the typical type of a love con artist. That's right, even if he's handsome and attractive, many of them just like to play around. Don't invest too much emotion. Otherwise, you'll be the one getting hurt." Duke Xiao Yu calmed down a bit, but thinking about being played and then dumped still made her feel wrong, crying softly and incessantly. "Woo, I just wanted to find a wealthy person to lean on, yet you only thought to take advantage of me. It's so despicable." At that moment, Duke Xiao Yu glanced out of the window and spotted a familiar face, which left her surprised and astonished. Ha! Why is it him? Across from the five-star hotel where they were seated, a series of images began to appear on the billboard. The main character in the image was none other than Song Joong-ki. Her close friends next to her also looked in the direction of Duke Xiao Yu and asked doubtfully, "Xiao Yu, the person on that big screen looks like your ex-boyfriend." "Oh my god, that's right, it's Song Joong-ki. He is the CEO of Jeonbokgung Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group, isn't he?" Another friend who had some knowledge of business immediately recognized the importance of this information. Her voice became higher, unable to hide her astonishment mixed with admiration. Jeonbokgung Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group, isn't this the company that has been making waves online recently? Even international media has been reporting on Jeonbokgung Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group. The company achieved a miracle with orders totaling $500 million in just 1 month. Now, the market value of Jeonbokgung Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group has exceeded $1,000 billion. Then she looked at Duke Xiao Yu, truly speechless. "Xiao Yu, you gave up Song Joong-ki, a top young entrepreneur, to chase after a useless playboy, and all you got in return was a fake bag." When Duke Xiao Yu heard her friends murmuring about Song Joong-ki, her heart seemed to stop for a moment. Words like CEO, Jeonbokgung Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group, and a market value exceeding $1 trillion echoed in her mind, leaving her so stunned that she couldn't believe her ears. She blinked repeatedly, feeling as if the entire world was turning upside down. This was truly too surprising and unbelievable for Duke Xiao Yu. Her heart raced wildly, with countless jumbled thoughts flashing through her mind. Finally, I understood. How can someone with a close friend like Lim Yong-won, such a powerful figure, be just an ordinary person? He definitely has an extraordinary background. It's just that he always keeps everything private. I was wrong. I should have trusted my own judgment. It turns out that Song Joong-ki is indeed a highly valuable young entrepreneur. As the truth about Song Joong-ki gradually emerged, Duke Xiao Yu's greed surged stronger than ever, even making her blood boil. Her eyes sparkled with the glint of coins and full of calculation. I have to win back Song Joong-ki. A man like him is the key for me to move further, to live in luxury and power. I cannot let this opportunity slip away again. No matter who I have to confront, no matter what tactics I have to use, I will reclaim Song Joong-ki. However, when looking for Song Joong-ki's contact number, Duke Xiao Yu felt like going crazy with regret. Shit, I accidentally deleted Song Joong-ki's WeChat. Oh my god, how could I be so foolish? A wave of regret and panic flooded Duke Xiao Yu's heart, but then a spark of inspiration flashed in her mind. Her eyes instantly lit up with hope and eagerness. Ah, right, I still have Alipay. I can connect with him on Alipay. Song Joong-ki often transferred money to me. Then, with each heartbeat, Duke Xiao Yu's excitement synchronized with every action on her phone as she opened the Alipay app. Filled with urgency and hope, trying to reconnect with Song Joong-ki. After finding a way to contact Song Joong-ki, Duke Xiao-yu felt as if she had just escaped the brink of disappointment. Now, she had the motivation to carry out her plan. However, a minute passed and Song Joong-ki still had not replied to her message. After waiting another 10 minutes, there was still silence from him. Duke Xiao-yu grew anxious and sent another message. Joong-ki, are you okay? I miss you a little. After sending it, Duke Xiao-yu continued to wait, her eyes glued to the phone screen. But the suffocating feeling she once dreaded had now turned into an uncomfortable emptiness. Duke Xiao-yu grew increasingly worried, a mix of emotions swelling within her. Regret, longing, and a hint of fear. Why hasn't he replied yet? Has he not read the message? In the past, whenever I texted him, whether for WeChat or Alipay, Song Joong-ki always responded immediately. No matter where he was or what he was doing, he always kept his phone with him, afraid of missing a message from me. Sometimes if I didn't respond to a message for a day, he would panic as if losing his mind, then quickly apologize, humbling himself to the point of losing all self-respect. Time passed, but Song Joong-ki still did not respond. Duke Xiao-yu began to feel anxious. Then, she edited her mixed emotions for an entire month and sent them to Song Joong-ki. Joong-ki, the things I said earlier were said in anger. Please don't take them to heart. During this time apart, I have thought a lot. When you were not by my side, I realized that I cannot live without you. I have become accustomed to having you around. It was my fault for being so stubborn and childish before. I want to apologize to you. Joong-ki, I want to see you. Do you have time? After sending this series of messages, Duke Xiao-yu was filled with hope. But an hour passed and Song Joong-ki still did not reply. At that moment, she finally felt the sensation of waiting for a message in return. She felt overwhelmed with anticipation, anxious to the point of restlessness, feeling as jittery as ants on a hot pan. Gradually, Duke Xiao-yu began to feel tormented. Thoughts raced around in her mind. Joong-ki, could it be that he no longer cares about me? Back then, every time I replied, he would text nonstop, able to chat all day without ever ending. There were times I thought, as a man, why did he have anything else to do? Why not give each other a little space? Focusing on one woman all day long, his clinginess sometimes made me feel annoyed. But now, not receiving that bothersome care leaves me feeling extremely suffocated. Joong-ki, is this the feeling you once experienced? The feeling of waiting for someone. At this time, Song Joong-ki is at the headquarters of the Jeonbukam Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group hosting a shareholders party. Chen Yuan is also personally attending along with more than 20 other shareholders, all of whom are present, with no one absent. This is the first time since its establishment that the Jeonbukam Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group has organized a comprehensive shareholders party. However, since the company has become successful, everyone looks noticeably better, dressed sharply and handsomely. Previously regarded as a group of young playboys, they are now the pride of their families. As for Song Joong-ki's previous position as CEO, no one dares to comment anymore out of respect for Lim Young-won. Under the skillful management of Song Joong-ki, the Jeonbukam Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group has reaped tremendous profits. Thanks to this achievement, he has even been honored on the cover of the New York Times, making his reputation soar. Indeed, benefits speak for themselves. This shareholders meeting takes place in a very relaxed atmosphere. Everyone present is a young man from a wealthy family, discussing matters while enjoying the feast. It is rare for them to have the opportunity to meet Chen Yuan, so Che Yi-ren steps up to invite him for a drink with a very modest attitude. Lim Young-won, I toast you. Thank you for guiding me, and thank you for helping me prosper. After that, Che Yi-ren treated Chen Yuan as if he were his biological father, hugging and holding him closely without end. Chen Yuan turned to Song Joong-ki and casually asked, Joong-ki, how much have we made this time? Song Joong-ki replied excitedly, we've made quite a bit. Let me report to everyone. As of now, the company has received orders worth over $500 billion, mostly from international orders, including several worth over $10 billion each. After deducting expenses such as labor, materials, packaging, taxes, and operating costs, our net profit is around $300 billion. As soon as he finished speaking, the entire party gasped and then suddenly fell into absolute silence. No one said a word, and no one dared to breathe loudly as if they had just heard something incredibly unbelievable. All eyes were glued to the revenue on the tablet. The expressions on everyone's faces were wide-eyed and utterly astonished. At this moment, Xiao Yi-ran was the happiest. He secretly borrowed money, sold all of his assets, mortgaged everything, and swore to follow Chen Yuan. This profit felt like an exciting wave surging within Xiao Yi-ran, crashing and spreading throughout his body. The happiness made him feel like he was floating on a cloud. $300 billion in profit. With 1% equity in hand, I can get $3 billion this time. So amazing. My father worked his whole life, and his company only made a few tens of billions of dollars, while I, following Lim Yum Wom for just 1 month, have earned $3 billion. I'm even better than my father. Another person thought about the money Shen Yun was making and immediately turned pale with fear. Lim Yum Wong has done even better. This time he is sure to bring in a profit of $150 billion. That's not all. A666 still has a lot of potential, and we will be able to earn even more. Lim Yum Wong is truly amazing. But just as everyone was excited, Song Joong-ki suddenly spoke up. Everyone, even though today is a joyous day, I cannot help but warn you. A top pharmaceutical company in the US has started a deep analysis of H666. Other countries have also purchased H666 for research purposes and have even established professional research teams. I believe that it won't be long before our H666 formula is cracked, and when that happens, the pharmaceutical market will become saturated again. The time for us to profit from H666 is running out. Additionally, recently, many spies have appeared in our pharmaceutical production facilities. Since we have focused too much on mass production without enough time to ensure security, information theft is almost inevitable. H666 is too attractive. No one can stay out of it. Therefore, the enormous profits from H666 will not last long. It is possible that by next month, prices will start to plummet. Although there are some psychological fluctuations, the immediate profits still keep the rich kids extremely optimistic. It's okay, even if the prices drop, making a profit is still better than nothing. That's right, we anticipated this situation. There's no way to make money easily forever. We are just seizing this opportunity. Even if the competitors cannot steal a formula, as the number of virus infections gradually decreases and the virus is eradicated, A666 will also become popular and lose its value. Song Joong-ki rebutted, his voice full of reason. We can make a profit once and then withdraw, but I think that would be a waste of opportunity. Gyeongbokgung Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group has only gained fame in a month. This is truly a miracle. Being so strongly recognized, why let it fade away? We should focus our resources and establish our own real pharmaceutical research facility. At the same time, we should publicly recruit top medical experts. With the current reputation of the group, I believe many talents will come to us. At that point, we can form professional research teams and truly root ourselves in the pharmaceutical industry. Why should we abandon it? Chen Yuan listened to Song Joong-ki express his opinions, which surprised him greatly. Joong-ki is now different from before. After his time as CEO, it seems he has truly begun to understand and excel at his job. This is the true friend I have, someone who can achieve great things. However, friends are friends and rules are rules. No matter how much money there is, it cannot be distributed carelessly. Earning money through one's own abilities brings a sense of security and comfort. If not, it is merely charity, and I will not allow Gyeongbokgung Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group to decline. That is certainly something I do not wish for. Only when the company continues to thrive will Joong-ki's position as CEO hold significance, and I will be able to make more money. Soon after, Chen Yuan also voiced his agreement. I agree with Joong-ki's opinion. If we have stepped into the most lucrative industry, why would we want to withdraw? Today, I've gathered everyone here to discuss this matter, but since Joong-ki has already said it all, I won't be lengthy. Let's get straight to the point. At this point, Chen Yuan opened a suitcase. Inside were more than 10 vials. Holding up a red one and a brown one, Chen Yuan continued to introduce. These are the two types of medicine that my pharmaceutical research department has devoted all its efforts to inventing. The first is called an immune system regeneration drug. This drug can eliminate the HIV virus, but is only effective for those infected with HIV. If a healthy person injects it, it could pose a life-threatening danger. The second type is a specialized drug for cancer. This drug is extremely effective in treating chronic diseases. However, it is very expensive. Each injection costs over $1,000 and is only effective for 1 year. After 1 year, a reevaluation is needed.